Hey everybody, welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and this Tuesday marks the 3-year anniversary of my cancellation. So why not celebrate? I want to celebrate this Tuesday live with Jody and some other friends as I share some things I've learned and also get one last thing off my chest. So tune in 9 p.m. Thursday Eastern Central Time. But before then, my friend, my colleague, my Movie World co-host, Steph. Steph is here. Hey, Steph.
Hey.
So Steph has prepared something, and both Steph and my producer, Chris, they both wanted to sort of share this with me and have me watch live. I don't know what Steph's about to share. All I know is about my cancellation. Steph, anything you want to add before I play this video we're about to watch together?
Just, I do this out of loyalty, friendship, and respect.
All right. Well, I love Steph, so I'm excited to see what she's done here. Let's see what it is, guys. Here we go. I have it queued up. You get to watch me watch this.
Hey up, everyone. This is one of the most important videos I will ever make. So I've written my thoughts down in a cohesive manner that I will read in order to be as clear and as direct as possible. With that being said, I've been suitably informed that it's been 3 years since Andy Signore, my friend, got cancelled, based mostly on a multitude of lies. Now I implore you after this video to check out the link in the description bar below, showing all the evidence and receipts that prove Andy is not the absolute Harvey Weinstein monster a lot of you out there still think he is. Although yes, he did act like an absolute dipshiz back then. He freely admits this, and he has quite rightfully paid the price for what he did actually do. But why listen to me to begin with? Who do I think I am? I am Stefania. I am a strong woman. And I speak as an actual survivor of sexual abuse. I was molested. And I was raped repeatedly by a real monster when I was younger. And it sickens me in the pit of my stomach that there are those out there that act under the false pretense of victimhood against the same or similar evil. Don't you understand? It makes it harder for true victims like myself to actually get our monsters brought to justice. But guess what? I'll let you into a little secret. Andy is not one of those monsters. Far from it. I've known him for over a year now, since he released his honest defence video. I am proud and honoured to call him my friend. But first, let's get the bullshit out of the way. Nope, he has never come on to me. Nope, he has never flirted with me. And nope, he has not acted in any way, shape or form inappropriately with me. In actual fact, he has been kind, honest and respectful. A great friend and a true gentleman. He has learnt from the mistakes he did make. And it is an absolute wonder and inspiration to see him building himself back up and never giving up in the face of such overwhelming internet hatred. Online, I have witnessed personally the vile toxicity that Andy still has to deal with to this day. Toxicity, mind you, based mainly on a huge mountain of lies. And when they are swiftly refuted by evidence and receipts, well, it doesn't suit the narrative of Andy the monster. So the response is more vile and more toxicity. Internet logic at its frickin' finest. Think about it. Why the hell did we allow cancel culture to turn the internet into such a kangaroo court? How did the overwhelming body of public opinion feel that it had the audacity to be judge, jury and executioner? And ultimately, why did we allow the notion of innocent before guilty to be turned on its head? And I say we because When the shiz hit the fan 3 years ago, I also believed all the things they said about Andy back then. Admittedly, because of my own bias and being a true survivor, I sadly drunk the Kool-Aid too. But it seems that these days on the internet, people value the currency of cancellation. To be on the bandwagon against the systematic destruction of someone else's life. And for what? To what end does that serve an actual positive purpose for the betterment of society? I tell you what though, if you can prove upon a logical basis backed up by empirical data that decimating Andy's life at the time was just, within the law, and as such served the betterment of society, then I might as well believe that pigs can spontaneously take flight. My name is Stefania, and I act and I speak out of my own free will and under no illusions. Watch the Honest Defence video below in the description bar. Actually take in all the facts and evidence and have the courage to change your opinion from Andy the monster to Andy the human being who was wrongly convicted and wrongly sentenced by the internet kangaroo court. Andy is my friend. And when there are overwhelmingly so many still out there that without a moment's hesitation will gleefully slander and try and tear this man down, I am not afraid to be one of the few voices in comparison to say that ultimately you are wrong.
Well, I'm speechless just because I didn't know that's what you were about to share with me, but I'm so grateful for you for me to share with the world about Steph. Steph is the kindest, most funnest, nice, sweetest person out there, and I could just tell instantly. Sometimes I can tell when somebody's like, this person's got an attitude, this person's got knows their movies, knows their insight. And I think, I could tell right away. And I'm so grateful that you're a part of this community. And I'm so grateful that you were speaking up like that. Look, thank you. Thank you. I mean, that was amazing. I don't know what that's, I'm still getting used to what that's like to have friends actually defend me and tell me about the person I am and not just, my moments of weakness or the mistakes I made that I've absolutely learned from. And it's very encouraging to know that you, someone who matters to me, is seeing the change I'm trying to put in and know the person who I am. And I just can't thank you enough for being here, for being in this community, and for wanting to put that out in the world. Steph, you're amazing. Thank you for doing that.
No, sick and tired of people bashing you based on the mountain of lies. It's about time that we speak out and we say, no, you are wrong, and this is why. Trying to still, it's just frustrating, really, at the end of the day. And this was, I suppose, an opportunity for, instead of, let's say, hearing it from, let's be honest here, a male, you're hearing it from an actual female, guys. Andy's cool. There's not wrong with him. He's not the monster that everyone is making him out to be. Take it from me. Take it from the context of where I'm speaking from, who I am, what I've been through. That holds a lot of weight, guys. So it is my absolute honor and pleasure to call you my friend and to be able to honor our friendship and stand with you in this way, shoulder to shoulder, to fight off the internet kangaroo court one by one and knock them all down. because with truth, we will beat them.
Look, I thank you, and it's not even just for me. It's for the sake of like my family, everybody else. Like I'm so sick of the lies out there, just to constantly knocking me down and calling me things that I'm not. But to have the conversation, which I want to have more on Tuesday as well. So tune us in Tuesday. And if I know it's hard for you in the time zone, but I'd love for you to join us if you're able to.
I'll be there.
But what I was going to say was, look, I did flirt with fans. Like I did do that, and I regret it because I was married. I don't really regret it as much anymore as a person because I never did it in a malicious or way that was trying to take advantage of or prey on people or abuse somebody. Like I genuinely, I don't want to talk about my state of my marriage. It's too private to share, but it's like, I was just not in a good place. It's not an excuse. I was not in a good place where I was flirting with fans because I didn't know how to handle it. And I realize now, though, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Not only even if I was single, like I shouldn't have done it. It was douchey of me. And I'm not proud of that behavior, but I understand there were fans I made uncomfortable. And I understand that some of those fans weren't okay with me. And I've apologized for that a lot of times. But what's frustrating to me is there's still a lot of who won't even have the conversation or hear me say that. They're like, I'm sorry, I betrayed some of my fan base and sort of flirting with them. Look, I don't want to do that ever again. I don't want to be that person. It's like I think having the conversation is more important than completely condemning me for the rest of my life. Like having the conversation so other men or people in power have the understanding of like, look, when you're looked up to, don't just jump to flirt to them right away. It is a dangerous thing to do. And I just didn't know it. I honestly just didn't understand at that point that I was famous, that I had power, that all these things, and that I, the marriage aside, which is my true, fault I did in my life. But I'm frustrated because it still gets kicked up of this, like, no, he's a predator. He's been preying. He was just, there are women I spoke to that I speak to, like I speak to Steph out of kindness and and niceness, that some just took as me, oh, he's a flirt. And I don't know. I've tried to like apologize. I've tried to like, take fault and say, oh, I did wrong. But the more and more I sit on it, I'm like, no, there was a lot that you guys, the people out there accuse me of that I didn't do. And it's so frustrating. So anyway, regardless of the past, which I want to move on from, and we're going to take Tuesday to sort of have this celebration and share some lessons. I'm so grateful to hear from you, a woman I respect, who I was never trying to flirt with or be inappropriate with at any point. I'm glad that you didn't feel like I ever was. I'm glad we've become close friends, and I'm glad we can be there for each other. And I'm glad you know the person I am now, that I'm happy in my relationship with my family. I don't want to wreck that. I don't want to ruin that. But I'm so grateful for you sticking up for me like you have, and more importantly, putting your name out the line to share your story, which is so brave of you, and I understand why you're angry, and I don't know why more people aren't angry. I don't understand why more people weren't more angry, especially when I came forward with the evidence. There are still people who just said nope and just followed her as if like what she did was okay. And some could say, well, Andy, we weren't there. Well, you did read the texts, and she absolutely did lie, and somehow you're okay with her lying about it all. Like look, I'm not asking you to condemn her. I'm not asking you to go start anything with her, but my God, don't you dare speak my name like I did something to her when she refuses to even engage anymore after being so vocal when it all went down. People got to remember that person who accused me of assault, which is a thing I take very seriously, was relentless in her pursuit to take me out. Nothing shut her up. The only thing that shut her up was when I released the texts, because she knew there was no way to beat that. Because if I were to share texts that were fraudulent, she could have sued me to kingdom come. Like I asked every lawyer in the book, is this okay? I triple checked and made sure it was part of my settlement, guys. Like it was legit. So she still has explaining to do, and I'm still waiting for that apology from her for the words she used. May she have felt uncomfortable, or something may have, just because she looked up to me and she wished she hadn't have flirted with me. You know what? That's on her, and but that's not what she accused me of, and that's not what I'm still to this day being punished for. That was a consensual relationship I had, and I'm sick and tired of people calling it out. So, Steph, thank you for just reminding people and helping it get out there and having my back on this. And thanks to all of you who've been watching and finding me and rediscovering me and trying to help me rebuild. I'm grateful for all of you. Most grateful to you, Steph. Grateful to Chris, who's been on the line, our other close friend who's been helping a lot. Thank you guys all for doing this. I'm excited for Tuesday to to just get something off my chest, Steph. I still have a few feelings that I want to unleash about certain people and certain people who publicly, these are public figures who came after me publicly and have still refused to engage. And I've tried now. It's been 3 years. 3 years I've been waiting. And look, there's still a couple more days till Tuesday. Everyone knows my cell phone number. If anybody wants to try and make this more amicable and not have this just be a frustrating ending, I'm open. Come Tuesday, once I get it off my chest, I'm done with it. I don't need these people ever. I don't need these people, but I don't need to engage after Tuesday. I feel like they're going to get the word. They're going to know this is coming, and it is what it is. But I need to move on. I've been kicked down too many times. I'm still continue to be kicked down for things that people I thought were close to me refuse to publicly condemn and say aren't true. And so it's time to just air it all out, get it done with, let me move on with my piece. So Steph, thank you for inspiring me to feel even stronger about all this, to move forward. Good. You'll be there Tuesday. That sounds like you'll join us.
Absolutely.
Love it.
On this one, yes.
We will share some truth, some seriousness, some stories, but we'll also try to have some fun and celebrate some real lessons I have learned, which is true friendships, people who actually are loyal and care about each other and are there for you right away to call rather than go to social media. That's not what friends do. Friends don't go to social media when they have a problem with you. They come to you directly. Steph, Chris, everybody who's been watching me, you guys know my true friends out there. You guys know who you are. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for standing behind me. Let's keep building this platform, this honest platform, this truthful platform, this fun platform. I'm so excited. If you guys want to join it, hit that subscribe button. Join us here on Popcorn Planet. Steph, I love you. I'm always here for you. Thank you so much for speaking up like you always do, for sharing your story. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for being my friend and being so lovely and kind and welcoming me into this community. It's been a little bit of a life-changing thing for me, being able to get to this point where I can speak out, but instead of this being evil, it can actually do some good. So I am more than happy to do this, and we need more people. If you have the strength and the courage to speak out, do so, because there's so many voices that are so happy to jump on board and go against Andy and say all this bullshit. No, maybe treat this as a bit of maybe inspiration, and maybe you want to jump on and like add your own voices to it. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm a little bit nervous, sorry.
No, you're doing great, but I think it is. I want to create a place where we can all share our stories, be honest with each other, and support each other. We'll call some people out. We have some fun. We call out ridiculous and bullshit, as you say, but we're also there for each other, and our community is strong and it's growing, and I'm grateful for it. So thank you guys for watching. Join us Tuesday night for our stream at 9 p.m. It should be fun. Should be informative, and I look forward to sharing with you guys all. Thank you guys so much. If you want to see more Steph, go check out her channel, Planet of the Nerds, as well as on our co-channel now, Movie World. She's co-hosting an amazing new series we do called First Time Watching, where she watches a bunch of shows that we recommend to her that she hasn't seen yet, classics, movies. So I'll put that right here. Go support Steph and the show over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join us every Tuesday night, 9 p.m., and every Thursday night, 9 p.m. for Nerd Wars here on Popcorn Planet.